Pop a chain of game when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game. No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies. Family size, leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me the...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to Chile, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box. And there's nowhere to run the football.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now it's Mixon running right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he returns this to the 22. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play, won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 31, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Mahomes throwing on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They begin with a run by Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. Here we go.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go play action with Burrow. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Hardman on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Gun.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
Now Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mahomes now to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Yellow.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 47 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration swings.
Bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the 44, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Gun. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
11 empty.
And Burrow going to throw again. Rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Here we go.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Here's a run with Mixon. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. A pretty good play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. Doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before missed the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first? Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. And one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Forced out to his left. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Buying time to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Brandon Wilson. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
On two, ready?
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Burrow on play action. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
11 coming.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. That'll put him over 100 receiving yards now in this AFC title game. It's a first down.
11.
Mixon running wide side. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
11 MP.
Mixon with a first down carry. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
11 MP.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
11 Thomas. 11 empty.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3-yard loss.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a sack and a turnover on downs. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mixon. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
11 mighty.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
11,
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
Now Burrow loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. McPherson's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
At their own 23-yard line. Yellow!
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and
this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mixing up the middle. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11. 12.
They go play action with Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line. Yellow!
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
Here we go. 11 MC paint. 11 MC paint. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, a Lombardi trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.